you guys. Sorry. Keep an hold on. I was watching Baba and Boo Boo. How you feeling? Good. I was eating dinner while watching Baba and Boo Boo. I tried going around every single POV, but I stayed with Baba and Boo Boo because they were the most funny ones. What you're voting for? So, well, I don't know, because I feel like I have a bias. So if you ask me, it will be a biased answer. But I don't even know who Baba and who is Baba and who is Boo Boo. The Jesus Christ one, Jesus the Lord one. She might be Boo Boo or Baba. I don't know. See, twins are really difficult to differentiate. They're both Jesus. Well, one did like what is it? De petit garçon, un homme. That one is one, and the other one was she was telling the lore of Jesus Christ through food. Which one is the second one? Oh, it is Baba. Is it Baba? Okay, I am low-key rooting for Baba, but watching Boo Boo and Baba from Boo Boo POV was extremely hilarious. I'm rooting for both of them. I don't care who wins. I don't care if it's either Baba or Boo Boo, as long as it is Baba or Boo Boo. You know what I mean? They're hilarious. I wasn't even watching it for the game and for the event in itself. I was just watching it because of Baba and Boo Boo. I just went to visit for a little while, and I heard the most crazy stuff in the short span of like 10 seconds. So I decided to stay. I'm rooting for Baba. Me too, I guess. I heard for Willard and Baba because I know someone will have a generational crash out if they win. Alright, Loki. Before I had like a biased answer, I Loki support your point now too. I wanna see a crash out. Well, one of his many, you know? I feel it never gets old when Willardson has his crash outs, which technically happens every 30 minutes. He lives his whole life being angry at the world without any mental support or help. And I love to see that, I'm not gonna lie. Since it's not me. Since it's not me, I just point and laugh. Always funny, never getting tired of it. Really. Not even Willerton screams at clouds. Not even. The air blows and it goes slightly off course into his cheek, and he screams. He has a crash out because the wind touched his cheek the wrong way. I don't know, and then it slowly reminded him of how Baba tried to kiss him or something, and then he has like a second crash out. It's always hilarious to see. The only reason why he takes a second deep breath is just yell at somebody. Pretty much. Bulletin and Baba got second place. Wait, who got first? How dare they put them in second place? They deserved first. I used the air to be mad. Pretty much. Who got the first place? Sorry, I had to close Boo Boo POV because I wanted to find cats. We're gonna be chilling tonight. It's not gonna be as chill as members, but it is pretty chill. I needed something to relax with after Bloodborne. And there's no dog games, so I just picked the cat ones. A little bit of relaxation. Did I say that word correct? I don't even know. A little bit of relaxation. I'm just gonna stop using that word. A little bit of chilling time is good. Sorry, she's yes. I'm just gonna stop using that. I'm good. Relaxation. Vocals are important. Relaxation. I love funny cats. We have 2 games this time. I remember the first time that we tried doing this. Let me up the volume a little bit, actually. Last time that we tried doing this, I only had 1 game. I only had 1 game ready. I didn't think it was gonna be that short. Watch me snipe all these cats before you even try helping me. Watch me snap them all. My eyes. They're really good. I trust. Yeah, eyesight 2020. I will be here to recover any lost cat. I am here at your service. Isn't this a cat? Oh, I really thought it was a cat. I can't with those meow with the meows and the bop and babuda. I think we just complement each other very well. Help me find my cash. It's been lost for a year now. No! I hope you're just joking. If you're not joking, I'm gonna be so heartbroken. Not gonna lie. You're joking, right? I'm gonna be so sad. It's a joke. She's sitting in my router. Okay. Haha! I found your cat for you! That's gonna be 2,000 peso. I cannot see this part of the map. Oh, by the way, let me take Opie off. I cannot see this part of the map because of all the Steam notifications after finding 1 cat. I can't see. Yeah, I hope you love us. I think I wish more people found how hilarious Ethyria is. Well, on each of our own streams is pretty funny, but when they get together, though, I don't know if it's funny or if you should fear, or both. I don't think they're technically exclusive. Achievement per cat. Yeah, they tell you the names and everything. That was named Menace. Never mind. Themi. Her name is Themi. TH. Does this mean that there's still 37 left? Imagine if there was a timer. No, because it wouldn't be relaxing anymore. I wouldn't be playing this game to relax with you. Had so much fun today, this morning. At first, I was kind of scared and like really stressed out because I genuinely didn't remember how to play Bloodborne. Then it got really funny, despite me dying like every 5 minutes. I think it was because I was dying every 5 minutes that it became really funny to me, and then I was able to relax, if it makes any sense. How does one get so good at fighting cats? When you live with a little shit peeing outside of her pink pads, making all of your clothes really fuzzy and really hairy, and forcing you to sit down next to her or she won't eat. That's how you get good at calling out bullshit, which is cats hiding away. That's how you get good at it. You just have to live with them long enough and you'll find them. See? Like right there. Me. I really thought this was a cat, but it isn't. Oh wow, that one was so little. That one was so little and well hidden. What the hell? When you meow at cats, they just look at you weird. I think whatever you do, they will look at you weird. So don't let that stop you. And meow at the cats. Have you ever seen one of those like videos of people like randomly like barking really loudly at their dogs? Some of them have like one of the most hilarious reactions out there. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you know that one meme of the dog. Like he jumps to the left and then to the right and then to the left and then he looks at the owner like it's really funny. Oh my god. Why are pets so funny? And for what? Who made them that way? They either get super shocked or they just look at you like... Have you seen that one side eye that dogs, especially dogs do? They're like looking like that and then they go like... Wait. They look at you like that. They either get super scared and shocked or they just criticize you like you have done one of the worst sins that somebody could ever do. It's really funny. Like, bro, what are you even saying? What are you even saying, bro? I had a beef with a cat once because I meowed at it. Was it like a crow? Have you heard that apparently crows are like vengeful as fuck? Crows might be like... How do you call that? Like when an animal is like... When an animal's soul is like synchronized to you. I think it might be my animal. You have crows here. I thought the whole world had crows. Yeah, apparently they're really, really smart, but apparently they hold grudges for like years. Not even like a couple of days, a couple of weeks, years. I'm talking about like a person that was talking about crows making like their lives a living hell for over 5. I think it was like a total of 7 years or something. Yeah, it's not even exactly. It's not even one. They will tell their whole family to like make your life impossible. For 7 years, they were like pooping on his car, like a lot of poo, and they would like knock their windows. Just imagine like 20 crows at the same. You know, knocking one window wouldn't be so stressful. Just like that every once and then. Now imagine like 20 crows doing like. Oh my lord! You gotta be kidding me. But apparently that is best when you do something bad to them. Because there's ladies that feed the crows and then they actually become friends. The crows don't hate them. Just treat everybody kindly. Give them food. Everybody loves food. If you give me free food, I will also like love you and tell the next generation how good of a person you are. Just saying. Yeah, bribe them, buy their friendship with food. That also low-key works with humans. Just saying. Whoa. Except her, she just hates everybody. I don't think her hatred will like even work with food. You'll probably give her like something to eat, she'll eat it and then she'll go back to hating you. I made of a crow and akasupa. Oh! Wah! 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 Oh wow! There's a crow in here. What? That's so scary. I see a crow over here. Wow. That was so fast. Let me go do this. Oh, this is the second one. This one is so pretty. Thanks for the glizzy, I guess. What is... Wait, give me a second. I'm not gonna cheat. What is this? Oh, it looked like... It looked like a butt cheek. A butt cheek and the underwear. Do you see it? I was like, what in the hell is in the water? I got so scared for a second. I was like, what in the hell is that? What the fuck? It'd be harder to find out. Watch me snipe them all. That's a lion. I thought that was... Well, it's a big cat. Lions are just big cats. They're so cute. Look at them. They're being all funny. Is the lion real? And they're like twice my height. Lions are gigantic. Aren't those like the biggest like not gigantic, but like biggest like big cats? I think the smaller ones, the smallest ones might be, well, aside from the cat. The ones that are really like fast, no? I don't know if that's cheetahs or leopards. I don't know which one is actually smaller. Tigers are bigger? No, I saw a video. I saw a video with like a panther, a leopard, a lion, and a tiger. And the lion looked bigger than the tiger. It was like from bigger to smaller. I think it was like lion, tiger, panther, and I don't know if that was a leopard or a cheetah. I'm not sure. Well, then I don't think that was a Siberian tiger then. It just looked like a, I don't know, your normal tiger. Just a tiger that you imagine when somebody says, look, there's a tiger. That tiger. Level 1 tiger versus level 30. There's so much detail in this one that's really hard to find. Cat. Cat. I'm not letting any one of you fool me. I have the eyes of a sniper. They're so cute! They're so cute! All of that without zooming in. Yeah. All of that without zooming in. Siberian tiger is bigger than a human. There's lots of things that are bigger than humans, not gonna lie. I don't get surprised anymore. I don't even know why we measure everything to humans. Humans are so little. They're so small, they're so slow, they're so everything. Like, you leave us out there in the open and like, there's so many things that can kill us. Like, out in the open, like without any weapon, without like any protection, just like them, just naked. With no weapon. And then probably like 90% of the stuff out there would kill us. Just saying. We can barely outrun stuff. I don't know how we made it out alive. We had to get smarter because we were kind of like... We kind of sucked at everything else. We had to get good at something, and that was like, I don't know, a little bit. We're not even that smart, anyways. Just a little bit more of intelligent points. Without them, we wouldn't have been able to make it out. Just saying. Yeah, I think the only way for us to survive is just getting to be friends with somebody or another animal that's stronger. We're just leeches. The only way to survive is befriending gorillas. Befriending gorillas is staying close to them, because how else? Is it gonna be time too soon? Will it be time too soon? That's how we domesticated a dog. I feel cause like there was no other way that we could have like beaten the wolves. If there's like, cause you know how wolves always attack in like packs, cause they're really family loving animals, and they're really shy, but they feel kind of powerful when they're like together. Yeah, they always stick in packs. I feel if one of us like fell asleep and we were getting stalked by the packs of wolves, because that's really how they eat. They stalk you for a good while, and then when you least expect it, they kind of like ambush you. I think there was no way for us to like defeat that, so we just ended up going like, okay, the only other option that we have is trying to befriend them. Let's do it fast, and that's how we ended up domesticating them, honestly. And there's so many other animals out there that we couldn't even befriend, and we still haven't been able to deal with them just yet, just because we're so fragile. We're a bunch of like really smart twinks. Even gym bros are like the twink of the animal world. What the fuck? I see if like a tiger or a lion and a gorilla sees like a gym bro, they're probably gonna be like, Lamau, what in the twink? Calling me out? Are you a gym bro? No way! Do we have any gym bros in chat? I would have never guessed. Oh my god, when I was like in call with like some of the friends, they kept on at first I was so annoyed at like the Twitter discussion of like, would one person win, or would like, what is it, 100, or was it 100, or was it 1,000 against the gorilla? And it kept on appearing in my tail. It was so annoying. Yeah, 100 people versus a gorilla. What is your answer? I say a gorilla. Well, I say if they're unorganized, if the people are unorganized, then the gorilla. But if they organize themselves, then it's the humans that win. Probably like relinquishing the lives of the first 50 people that do the first shock of attacks. I even think like 5 versus a gorilla would be like too little. I think we need to organize ourselves to be able to take down the gorilla. Otherwise, it's never gonna happen. And also the first wave is gonna be the first sacrifice. That's my theory. But what if we give the gorilla a gun? We're kind of fucked. Well, no, I still believe that if it's organized, we can still do it. But maybe the first, not the 50 that go first. Maybe the first 80 are gonna die. What if we leave the poor gorilla alone? True. I don't know where even that came from. But I was so annoyed, and then my friends actually like made me discuss it. And then we ended up having like a 3-hour call just discussing who do you think would win, 100 men or a gorilla. And after we finished the call, I hated myself. Like, I was like, why? How did I end up like this? Yeah, no, even 600 men survived one journey home. How are they gonna survive a gorilla? Sounds like you had a philosophical talk. Well, it's because a couple of them were like, for some reason, a couple of them never had that discourse going on their TLs. So they were like, well, obviously they're humans because we can make weapons. And I was like, no, without weapons, that's the whole point. And they're like, oh, I see. Can we make weapons along? No weapons, just with the punch. Just imagine yourself naked. You can only punch the gorilla. I don't even think the gorilla... Well, he must feel some pain at some point. But I feel if I punch a gorilla, I'm gonna be hurting my knuckles more than hurting the gorilla. I feel I'm gonna end up hurting my hand and my wrist more than what the gorilla might actually get hurt. I will end up breaking my wrist or something. And I just point out how the gorilla would also probably just take someone and use him as a club. Oh my lord. I can see it. And that is terrifying. I think people underestimate group strength. No, that's why. I think the only way for humans to win would be to like collectively plan something. Because if we attack in waves, no matter how big or small, we're gonna lose. I feel like I said, the only way that we ended up surviving so many years was because of our intellect. Surprising enough, because I've met some stupid ass motherfuckers out there. Sometimes I feel like we take a couple steps back when it comes down to evolution. But apparently that's how we survived. That's why I'm saying we need to plan stuff if we need to defeat the gorilla. It's got carried by the me when playing Bloodborne. I hate how we ended up talking so much about the freaking 100 men versus a gorilla. Why did we end up this way? How do you get to gorillas? I don't remember how we ended up talking about it. Maybe I just wanted to say that my friends are stupid just like me. And that's how we ended up... That's what we ended up doing in like 3 hours total. You are who you hang with. Who you hang out with. Do you believe in that saying? At one point I want to be like the quote-unquote the good person and saying like no. But after growing up, I ended up believing it. I think otherwise it's just an excuse to give to people so they feel better with themselves. I do believe it. It says a lot about a person if you end up hanging out with. It does says a lot. But I'm not like others, blah blah blah. Okay, then why are you hanging with them? But I'm not like my friends are worse. I'm just... Why are you hanging with them then? I like to think it depends on if you're more malleable to social situations or not. Well, like I said, it says a lot about a person then. Well, not being strong enough to deal with social pressure is not something that makes you a bad person. But it makes you someone that I don't want to hang out with. As sad as that sounds. Nothing good will come out from that. Not for me and not for the person getting pressured. So, if you're one of those people that get easily pressured from both good people or bad people, just random social situations, I think you need to start working on that as fast as you can, but it's gonna end up hurting you at some point. Haha! You thought I wasn't gonna see you, huh? You thought I wasn't gonna see you! really hard though. I think we all at some point end up, well, a couple of us end up learning more about ourselves as we go through life. But I feel if we all remember how we were in our teenage years, I feel not a lot of people would be able to say, oh yeah, no, I never felt pressured by like my surroundings. Never. I've always been this like perfect person with both of my feet on the ground. I think that's when the test starts. When you're in high school, you just kind of learn after you get tired, which is AKA when you finally become an adult, pretty much. No. You hang with people who have the same moral views as you. Well, for the most part, yeah. But I feel like not the same exact moral grounds, because I do have friends that don't share a couple of moral rules that I have in my mind. But I guess they're not bad enough. I guess that the basic ones, they're like the non-negotiable morality. Because there is morality that's negotiable in my opinion. Me with the gun, convince me right now. Convince me I've never killed a man because I haven't had to. That's where I stand in my moral ground. I've never killed a man because I haven't had to, but you better convince me this is not a situation where I will have to. Yeah. I haven't killed a man yet. Loads the pistol. You better start talking. Low-key. But killing people is bad. Me, depends. It all depends in life. In vampire can beat a gorilla? 100%. 100%. Are you kidding? Have you seen vampires move? Sometimes they just they don't even need to zoom. Sometimes they just disappear and appear right behind you, and then they probably gonna break the gorilla's neck in 1 second. You want to see how they fight, and then you blink and the fight is over. And you're like, oh shit, I wish that was me. Or maybe it's just me, the one that reacts that way. Oh, maybe if the gorilla is smart enough. No, I was gonna say, how are you gonna end up dragging the fight until it becomes morning and the vampire dies of sunlight? I don't think anybody can actually run away from a vampire that much. The only way to run away from a vampire that much is by... I saw it recently in a movie called Nosferatu. I feel the only way to kill a vampire would be to make the vampire feel horny for you. I feel there's no other way that you will be able to stall when a vampire is after you. Just saying. I see no other way. And vampires are extremely picky. Gorilla's hide is really thick. What does surprise me? No, the end equation is, if it's a gorilla, it's never gonna happen. That's my point. Wow, this last one is really nicely hidden. And we'll leave the talk there. You just sit on a vampire until sunrise? And how is it gonna sit on the vampire? The vampire is so much faster. That's the point. He's never gonna even be able to touch the vampire. Ever. You're too fast. No, just... At that point, just break your neck yourself. Spare the embarrassment. Spare yourself the embarrassment and just break your neck. What if the gorilla is also vampiric? I would say shit. I think the whole humanity will be pretty fucked if there was a vampire gorilla out there. I think we'll be well, not the whole. I don't know what the fuck you're doing over there, but can you shut the fuck up? It's 9 p.m. already. God damn. Sorry, that's my neighbor. I don't know if you heard the What was I saying before? Vampire neighbors. I wish I wouldn't be so stressed out if it was them. Yeah, I have no clue. It feels like they dropped something on the floor and that kind of like bounced like. What the fuck are they even doing? He's been doing that? Sometimes he does it like 4 in the morning, then at 7 p.m., then at 8, then at 9, then at like 11 p.m. He just randomly throws stuff. I haven't found him. This doesn't count, right? No. This cat is so good at hiding. Maybe he's... Do you need help? No. Is he... Maybe he's dribbling, you know what? With a bowling ball. He's dribbling with a bowling ball because how else? I ended up thinking more about the idea of having a vampire gorilla. Oh my lord. What? I think we would have to use like... I think the movie would end up showing some kind of like high government military levels of like strategies to get that gorilla down. Cause how else? That would be so dangerous. Are we taking into account the guard? Like, I don't think... I'm with the Anrice vampire. I don't think Garlic would do anything to them. I'm with the Anrice in the sense of like the only way to beat a vampire is practically to like use the sunlight. There's no other freaking way. Well, thank you, Beer. It's just a really relaxing game that I can use to like talk with you. Really. Meow, 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 meow. What about with the cross? I don't think that would kill them, but maybe they would weaken them because then you make them lose blood, right? Well, I don't know if they would bleed because they're dead, but at least you have to weaken them to the point that they really need to drink blood. But the thing is, once a vampire needs to drink blood, they become more desperate and more aggressive, right? So that makes you really fucked too. True, and the only way to be able to use that cross would be like getting them when they're like slipping in their coffins, and that's only in daylight. And that would be too boring. The idea is to fight a vampire when it's like night. Right? If you try stabbing a vampire with a cross when they're like active and normal out there, that's never gonna happen. You're not even gonna get close to them. Vampire gorilla, was it? Why are you guys still talking about the vampire gorilla? We moved on. We're now talking about vampire hot daddies. That is so 2020. Vampire gorillas are so 2020. What the hell is this cat? You mean Lestat? I wouldn't really date Lestat. He's too crazy. He looks like a fun time, but you cannot read him. You know who I would date? this is gonna sound like depressing as fuck, but I would date Kaname. I don't know if I would be happy either with him or not, because like the guy just doesn't want to live. The guy has been spending like more than 1,000 years trying to find a way to like commit suicide. I don't know if I would be happy either. I think I would be like sad every single day of my life as well. Spoilers, by the way. I just gave you the biggest vampire night or vampire. Yeah, just vampire night spoilers. Are you gonna spend every day trying to fix him? Well, I would if the plot tells me some way that I am the chosen one. If the plot doesn't tell me I am the chosen one, I will probably not try to, because I know that I'm never gonna be enough for him. And that's gonna send me into like a depression spiral. Kaname can be fixable. He got fixed in his manga later. He got fixed. I don't want to. That sounds horrible, but he's doing better. He's doing better. There's like a post Vampire Night manga going on about Kaname actually right now. Give him kids? I don't think that's gonna change anything. That happened already. Spoiler alert. Might be. I'm spoiling your entire manga. Huh? That happened already. That didn't change anything. I figure this man's not gonna be baby trapped. Well, it's complicated, okay? The Vampire Night ending, I'm not a huge fan of it, but it gets complicated. That didn't stop him from thinking that though. That didn't stop him. Did it make him worse? Like, it's not like it made him worse. It's just that I feel so bad for him. Kaname is such a complicated character. It's so sad. That man has gone through a lot. That's usually what happens when a person lives for more than 4,000 years or something. He's been in here for a while. He's seen a lot of horrible shit. I feel that, yeah, he's just deeply, dangerously depressed. I was not kidding when I said he's the kind of man that looks to commit suicide every day but can't because he's a vampire. It's so sad. I feel like during the whole anime season 1 and season 2 plus like the rest of the manga, which is like 80% of the story, all of that time he was still planning how to kill himself. Holy shit. Like, you thought that he was like trying to protect Yuki? You thought that he was plotting to like get the vampires better? No. My guy just wanted to live. Like L-E-A-V-E. Leave. Not leave, live. Wait, I don't know how to pronounce. I'm too lazy for this. I was so brokenhearted. You get like a wider and more specific wider and more specific. You get like a more specific explanation about Kaname as a character. In the continuation of Vampire Night manga with the other one. That's all about Kaname and his fucking depression. What the hell? It's not a spin-off, it's the story after. Catty, 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 catty! Kitty, 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 where are you? I haven't read the sequel. I was reading it and then well, it's not like I dropped it, I forgot. I was just waiting for updates. was waiting for updates, and also that story made me feel so hollow. It made me feel so hollow inside. Because it was just too fucking sad. It makes you feel so hollow because you cannot empathize perfectly. It's like, I think that happens with me, and I think it's pretty normal that when feelings get like too hard to handle and too big to the point like it's those kind of feelings that you'll never know what it actually is because you've never gone through situations that has made you feel something at such extent. You know what I mean? So I don't think, like, even if you start to imagine it, it's not enough. So you end up feeling hollow because you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I feel like we all try to empathize, but it's not enough. I feel we'll never actually truly know and feel when it's down to like those situations. I felt as hollow as when I watched Banana Fish for the well, not for the first time. Every time that I watch Banana Fish, because Ash is another great example of like just horrible stuff. Just horrible stuff one after the other. Yippee! I love this game. Let me open the second one. Banana Fish is just pain, but like it's weird because they show you what actual pain is through like happiness. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean by that? Time to go to Mexico. Where are you on your Banana Fish rewatch? Oh, I already finished it. I finished it a couple of nights ago and I cried my eyes out. Want that? My guy didn't deserve most? My guy didn't deserve anything bad happening to him. What do you mean most? He did not deserve a single bad thing that happened to him. A single one. Not a single bad thing that happened to Ash was deserved. Not one. Banana Fish is vampires. No, we're just talking about depressed boys, and that's how we ended up with Banana Fish. God, wait. God, that was so painful. Ooh, this one's hard. This one's hard. What the fuck are you doing? Stop! Okay. I don't know if they know English. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they don't. But then again, lately there's been a lot of like foreigners moving in. To the point that I have so many Chinese neighbors right now. I know that one of my Chinese neighbors live on the... Well, I'm not gonna dox him, but I know exactly which floor they live in. And I feel the dude that's like really loud is like either right above me or below me. I feel it's above. I don't think those are foreigners. I don't know. Low-key, I don't even know my neighbors on the same floor. I've been living here for almost 2 years and I've never seen my neighbors. Does that happen to you? I don't know if that's like a generational thing or it's because you live in a tower of apartments. I've never seen my neighbors. I've seen a couple of people that live on the first floor maybe and like on floors above me because not because I talk to them, but because I've seen them as I get in the elevator and I know the floor that they like pick. But I don't think I've ever seen my 3 other neighbors that live on the same floor as me. I don't think I've ever seen it. Well, no, I'm lying. I saw one of my neighbors one time when I was going back home with Mimi on the elevator, and then the elevator's doors open. The dude, I hate this thing. I don't even know. I was gonna say I don't even know if this is a cultural thing, but then I was like, I don't think it's a cultural thing. I think it's a lack of culture. I hate. It's like I thought it happened like one time, but no, it's been happening a lot lately. When people don't wait for you to get out of the elevator. They're like so close to the elevator doors that when the doors open, they kind of just like rush themselves in and they don't even like fucking let you out. It's been happening to me a lot lately. So I was going back to my house with Mimi, and when the elevator doors opened, there was this old man that just like rushed in, and obviously it even surprised me. So because it surprised Mimi, she ended up like wah, 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 wah. And the dude like grabbed his like chest and like stepped back, and he was like, oh, that fucking dog almost killed me. And I literally just in my mind I was like, I wish it would have. I because he was so rude. Like aside from doing that, he was just like low-key blaming Mimi. So I just ignored him and went out. And then he said, I don't remember what he said, but he was saying something about Mimi like under his, you know when people say something like under their breath, but it's like it's not like they do it to like, it's not because they couldn't handle it and they had to say it. It's because like it's not soft enough to actually be like a whisper to themselves. It's them being it's just enough, it's loud enough for you to hear it. It's just a coward saying stuff that they want to tell you, but because they're too scared, so they don't want to say it on your face, sort of. Oh my god, by the way, I hate that kind of people. Like I would literally, you guys, I am small, but I'm the kind of person that in real, I will call your bullshit. I will get physical. I'm not even kidding, and that's why my dad worries about me so much. I'm the kind of person that in real, I will call your bullshit, not under my breath. I will call your bullshit in front of you. And if there's an audience, that won't stop me. An audience doesn't stop me from calling your bullshit out. So when he said that, I went back with Mimi. I literally went back. I went back with Mimi because the dude was still waiting for the elevator. And I looked at him and I said, what did you say? Sorry? And then the dude was like, no, nothing. No, nothing. I didn't say nothing. And then I went again like, no, I heard you say something. Can you repeat it to my face? And he was like, I was just saying that your dog is loud. And I literally just said, well, you're old and nobody says anything about it. Why am I so rude? Like, I'm only rude when I'm getting attacked first. And then I went back home. He couldn't say anything back. I was like, well, you're old and nobody says that to your face. It's not like I go around on the streets attacking old people. I'm not that kind of person. But if you're disrespectful to me, then everything changes. I feel once you're disrespectful to me, I throw all social rules to the trash. I think I'm that kind of person, sadly. I feel there's like other ways to deal with stuff more maturely and like more like emotionally grounded. But me, sadly, I am not an emotionally grounded person. I feel that's gonna get you into trouble a lot. I think that's what Ray Papa has been telling me this like his whole life. And I have tried. I really have tried, but Chat, I can't. I've tried so hard and I can't. I don't feel good with myself unless I tell them the truth. That's gonna get me killed one day. Just you wait. Yeah, I feel online I'm not confrontational because of the fact that I know people are not confrontational in the first place. And also, it's being confrontational online is more emotionally exhausting than being confrontational in person. Am I the only person that thinks that way? Because you're not in person, I feel coward people tend to have like, I don't know. Because you can throw hands. Exactly. Because normally people that tend to be cowards, they have this fake strength that they wouldn't have in person, and that's why it's more emotionally draining, because you go nowhere if you become confrontational online, right? And that's why I tend not to be confrontational. Also because most of the stuff online are not like, they don't piss me enough to, well, most of the things online don't piss me enough to like actually want to be confrontational, I guess. In real life though, in real life I'm like way different. A decent amount of times people can back themselves up in a person. Yeah, you're right. A wise person knows when to pick battles. That's what Ray Papa keeps on telling me, but I can't. I can't. I see a stupid ass battle and I will call them out. I don't care if it's like, that was so little, it was not worth it. No, it was worth it because I got to say it. I got to say it. And that's why I ended up taking taekwondo classes. And that's why I'm a red belt in taekwondo, just in case. You never know. You never know in life. I actually should have been black. I believe that the young Reimu is actually a black belt and not really a red one. The only reason why I couldn't take the test was because I was a minor, not because I was not ready. That was really the only reason. You still remember your skills? Not all of them, but I feel most of maybe like self-protection stuff. I probably still do remember. They got age requirements. Yeah, I don't know how it's going. I don't know how it is today. But 444 years ago, minors were not allowed to get a black belt. You had to at least be like over 18 to take parts of certain competitions. Record, welcome back to the Phantom family. I don't know if they have changed the rules yet or not. We'll never understand why they put that. I will never understand. I don't get it. I don't get why minors cannot be black belts. Aren't you considered a weapon? I don't know. I don't think we're considered a weapon because we're still human, you know. I wonder if it's a weird liability. You think so? It's more of like if a minor gets hurt in like the test, it becomes like annoying, like legally speaking. They should just make us like sign like something that says like I relinquish all my human rights. I relinquished all my human rights during the competition so I don't cause any legal trouble. I really wanted a black belt. I will never be a black belt because I forgot everything and I am so stiff. Your parents signing for the child's rights to be relinquished. That is so fucked up. So cute, they're like hiding in the flowers. They're so adorable, look at them. They're so cute. So silly, so little. I would never be one because the prices are expensive to the association and exam stuff. They were fun though. The first exams for like the first belts, like white belt and then white with yellow and then yellow. They're really boring. The advanced ones are kind of cool. They get better. They get more fun. You get less shapes. Exams are more fighting. What the fuck? Don't be weird on chat, please. I need to pick up MMA. I need to remember how to do strikes and throws and how to hold hands. How to hold hands? Sorry, my parasocial. How to do holds again. Sorry, I'm recording voice packs right now. Might be. I haven't practiced Muay Thai in forever. I should get back into it. I wish every time that I say I'm gonna get back into like taekwondo, I feel like that's just me talking, cause like it requires time, and I'm not sure if I have like the right amount of motivation to actually give time to that. Right. Yeah, it's more about time and commitment. It would be nice though. It really would be nice. I wish I would have never stopped. There's two things that I wish I would have never stopped. Piano and taekwondo. I think those are the two main things that I wish I would have never stopped. I wish I could still play piano, but I'm definitely still happy that I quit doing recitals and stuff like that. Is it recitals or recitals? I don't know how to say that in English. I spent my entire young life doing those, and I don't regret. Recitals? The later recitals? Oh yeah, recital. Yeah. Receipts, recipes, review. Are these forget-me-nots? I don't think so, because they have their little... They look like them, though. Piano would be nice to pick up again. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. I left my piano, though, because my new house, my new apartment is not big enough for a grand piano. So I left it over at my parents' house. I wasn't even like playing it that much, but it's the fact that I don't know, I'm emotionally attached to that object. It's the fact that I had it, so it brings like a lot of memories back, sort of. I wish my new place was big enough to put my grand piano. What the fuck are you? Stop jumping on the fucking floor! It's 10 p.m. Okay, what the hell? What is that guy doing? No, seriously, what is that guy doing? You used to have a grand piano? Yeah, we talked about this before. My parents' kids, I don't think kids are that heavy. It sounded like somebody like falling on both of like his feet. But it sounded like it felt like an adult person kind of weight. I do have a grand piano. My parents bought for me when I was pretty young. I started playing piano when I was like 5. I don't remember, but I have pictures. I remember the recital also. I think they got me the grand piano when I was probably like in elementary school. Like halfway there. I wonder how old a person is. 11? 10? Probably smaller. Between 9 and 10 maybe. Yeah, I've bet for a long time. Yeah! It's the same piano, but we have put a lot of money into that piano because we had to call the person that sells the piano. They also come for like maintenance every couple of months to like keep it on check and keep it on tune and just making it look nice inside and outside. Yeah. Is it still getting maintained? No, it's been a while. My piano is so off tune right now. I don't care if it's off tune. I still play it, but it's been off tuned for a while. I think they still do like normal maintenance, like inside and outside, so it doesn't become like rotten and stuff like that. But they haven't checked the tuning for a while because nobody in the house has actually like played it seriously. The sound still sounds fresh though. It doesn't sound like one of those old pianos, like abandoned ones, like. It still sounds very crisp. It's just that the notes are off. Doesn't sound like that yet. If anything, I think I dropped the piano when I was like starting my medicine major a little bit into uni. So I probably quit it when I was like maybe between 18 and 19. So there hasn't been it's not like it hasn't been maintained in like 10 years. It's been way less. How often are you gonna play the piano to have tendonitis? I think if you get tendonitis if you're playing piano, your posture is horrible. Well, first of all. And second of all, I think it depends on the person, like genetics and stuff like that. Because some of us, I never got tendonitis ever. And when I was little, I would practice like, not kidding, like 8 hours a day. Then it got reduced to like 5 when I was in high school. That's a lot, yeah. Well, except weekends. My parents were really annoying when it came down to piano, but not that much. And it's like children have a lot of free time. So I guess that's why. Like elementary school homework is really easy, so I would just do it really fast before my teacher would get there. And I would start like piano lessons. I don't think I know a single person who can maintain our piano. You should call what is it? There's plenty of like not the normal like musical stores where you like grab a guitar, stuff like that. There's specialized stores that sell like legitimate like grand pianos. It doesn't even have to be a grand piano. It can be one of those like wall pianos. I forgot how those are called. They usually if they don't have like a person in charge of like maintaining pianos at their store, they usually tend to have contacts. Or you could just ask somebody at like a uni or something. You could go to like you could just really talk to like a random uni teacher. That's a piano teacher. Oh, I feel whoever is in like the musical career in uni, they will probably have context for that. I feel. It is expensive though. That's why a lot of people just have like the normal electronic pianos. And also because like space is a problem nowadays. We don't all own like big enough houses to actually own and fit a grand piano. It's easy to install, you don't need to maintain them, it's not as expensive to buy. Have you ever tried electronic? Yeah, I used to play an electronic piano when I had just started because my parents were not about to buy me a grand piano for me to just like never mind, I don't like piano, I don't want to do it anymore. They bought me the grand piano when I was committed. When I was like too in, I was too far in already. Like they knew that I was in and committed, so that's when they bought it. Before that, I used to play an electronic one. I didn't even own one. I used to go to my musical teacher's house, and she would have like an electronic piano for me to practice on. And then we moved. Then she moved me after like a week or something. She moved me to her grand piano because electronic pianos are easier to play because their keys are softer. Their keys are softer, so she wanted me to get used to how the actual feeling of of like a grand piano, because keys are stiffer and keys are heavier. That's how I started. They must have saw potential when more than potential is just put in practice. And also because children are so easy to like teach and so they like absorb every kind of knowledge. So if you start a kid with something really early on, they're gonna be good. It's just that simple. They're gonna be good. There are piano type you can put at the wall. Oh, you mean like not the grand piano, but the ones that have like a what is it? They are against the wall, right? I don't know how to call them. Semi-grand piano? I don't know. Just the ones that are just like flat at the back, so you can like put them against the wall, right? You just call them wall pianos? I don't know. You could get another one of those, but those are still expensive though. One of my friends had them. It was still expensive, and you still have to maintain them as much as you have to maintain a grand piano, pretty much. They're smaller, yes, but they're still pretty big. I hope I get to listen to you play the piano. Man, the only song that I can still... Well, there's like 5 songs that I can still play out of muscle memory. Not good, but still play. I even forgot the names of it. Well, it's the basic ones that I don't even want to play ever again because it's the most... Like, Clara de Luna, Para Elisa. The classic ones are so burnt that I learned them because I had to. Because everybody that knows how to play piano knows how to play them. So... But there was another one that I forgot what the name is. I just remember that it went like... It's also a super classical one, but I actually did like that one. It goes like... That is so simple. It was one of the first that I ever learned. MEOW in G. It was one of the first ones that I learned when I was like 12. My teacher would always make me play that one as like a... It then became just like an exercise for my... Like stretching before doing sports. It was just like that. Instead of scales, she would just make me play that like really fast. It became that piece, and that's why I still remember it. Yeah, it just ended up becoming a warm-up because I love that song. It's one of the songs that you actually teach kids. It's in musical books for kids. But I played it so much because I genuinely liked how it went. That it's still in my fingers. It's still in muscle memory. I can play it anytime. Can you read music? Yes. I was never really good at I forgot. There's a term for that. The first time that you see like a... How do I say partitura? The musical sheet, I guess? The first time that you see musical sheet and you play as sight reading. I was never really good at that. And if I try doing that right now, I would probably suck. I was way better when I was still active on the piano. But it was one of my weaknesses to the point that my teacher would like force me to like practice it. My teacher was super good at sight reading. Me, not so much, but I was definitely way better before when I was actually committed to the piano. If you make me sight read right now, I'm gonna be slow. I'm gonna be slow like a baby. Slow. You know what that was so weird. You know what I was slightly better at sight reading? I was slightly better at sight reading jazz music. It's so... At some point, when I was like about to give up on the piano, my teacher like asked me to like just like play something that I was not familiar with playing, and that's when I started playing jazz. Because you read jazz musical pieces differently because the whole tempo of each note changes. She was like trying to like not make me quit piano by making me play something that I've never played, because I always specialized in classical music. That's what my parents liked. I mean, I love classical music. I think they ended up giving me the love for classical music. But isn't jazz like pretty hard? It is, but it's way more fun. Do you like jazz? I love jazz. I remember the first time that I played jazz, I was so confused because you have to read the musical sheet differently. Everything changes. You have to learn it from like zero again. But because you had to learn it from zero, they prolonged my quitting from piano with that, because it was really fun. I've never seen the sheet for jazz. The sheet for jazz looks exactly the same as the classical music, but it's just written. It's just like the jazz piece like name, and that's how you know it's jazz. They don't really tell you like, this is jazz, read it differently. It looks exactly the same, but because you know it's jazz, you just have to read it. You have to like have a different tempo per note, and that's it. It was so much fun. I think those like whenever I think about like the moment that I quit music, I don't have like bad. It's not super negative. Yeah, the interpretation is different. It's not super negative because the last days that I played piano was just jazz. My teacher really liked jazz as well, so she ended up bringing me so many musical sheets that were jazz pieces. Yeah, my last years I did not play classical at all. Should you cover more jazz? I don't know that many jazz songs though. I love jazz a lot, but I don't know. It's not like I know about like the artists or like the actual songs. You might give me a jazz song and I might recognize it. I might recognize a lot of jazz music because, like I said again, the last years when I played piano, my teacher kind of just like swarmed me with jazz in my little head. So I might recognize tons of jazz songs, but I won't know their names or like who wrote it or who's singing. I'm not into jazz that much to like that point. You know what I mean? When I was listening to Calix's jazz karaoke with my mom, we recognized almost every single song. Like, I remember that one Spanish jazz song. When he said the title, me and my mom didn't recognize it. And then he started singing like a little snippet of like the Spanish one, like a little bit. And then we both were like, ah! Like we looked at each other going like, ah! And my mom was like, why does he know that? And I was like, you literally said the exact same thing that I said when he was telling me his ideas for jazz. I was like, how do you know that? That's like grandma. That's like grandma era song. I'm guessing you know older ones. Fly Me to the Moon is the Para Elisa of jazz. Para Elisa and Fly Me to the Moon are beautiful, but I swear to God, it sounds like I love jazz. What's your favorite jazz? Fly Me to the Moon. Which I will respect because it is an amazing and beautiful song and I would love to sing it, but you know exactly what I mean, right? What's your favorite classical piece of music? Claro, Luna. And you're like, I see. Yeah, I know classical music. Have you heard Claro, Luna? And you're like, okay. I know how to play piano. Starts playing Para Elisa. And you're like, oh, okay. I've met so many people like that in my musical life. I will never shame them for actually liking music. It's just they always do it with like you know what I mean when they say like when they want to risk just because they play piano, they use the ability of playing a little bit of piano to race people for some reason. Yeah, I know how to play piano. Plays Para Elisa. And you're like, I think people that don't play piano are probably gonna be like, oh wow, that's so beautiful, thank you. And then the people that actually like, it doesn't even have to be a pianist. It has to be whoever. They're gonna be like, I see. What else you got? I can play Cloud Luna. There was another warm-up. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the piece. There was another warm-up that my teacher would make me do for staccato. It was how was the rhythm? I had it in my mind. I had it at the tip of my tongue. Oh my god, what was the piece? Like I'm playing it right now on my table, but I don't remember. I don't remember. But everything was staccato. Oh my god, I wish I had the piano so I could like play you the melody. So you could like listen and maybe find out which song was that. Wait. Ah, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Wait, no. No, that's a different one. Oh yeah, it's like the shortest. It's just a warm up, but it was a nice warm up because she would make me like raise the tempo. It was was it Can? I think it might no. It was for tempo, but like every single note I had to play with in staccato, and it would get kind of crazy. It would get like it was really funny. She would make those exercises, so we're kind of fun. You would end up like low-key feeling like you were like jumping on the chair as you were trying to play something really fast with staccato. I remember it. I have nice memories of it, not gonna lie. The more you jump on the chair, the better your staccato gets. I'm bullshitting, by the way. Don't do that. One of the things that my teacher was like the most annoying with was posture. You know what? The good thing that came with life after I decided to quit piano was the fact that now I can do my nails. I can do my nails however I want. I've lived my whole life with like my natural nails extremely short. They cannot be longer than my fingertips. And she wouldn't let me do like a French or anything. Now I can go like ASMR girl long nails with like lots of charms and like gel and stuff. Oh heck yeah. That's one of my guilty pleasures. I love that. I love doing those kind of nails. I never could. She gave me the pet peeve of people with like long nails, not even long, like slightly medium length nails playing the piano, because you can hear the oh that fucks me up. That fucks me up. I would grab like a nail cutter and I would grab their hands and be like that. That's how much it would annoy me. I wouldn't even ask them to cut their nails. I would just grab the nail cutter myself and be like no nail sounds on the piano. Annoys me so much. I think somebody playing with long nails would like ruin the whole performance for me if I'm able to hear the against the keys. It's not even for the tempo, it's just the sound. It stresses me out so much. I mean, aside from like it's really uncomfortable to play the piano like that, it's just the sound that stresses the fuck out of me. Oh my god, do you hear that? What is he doing? What the... Actually, what in the hell is he doing? Does he like drops? Like, do you hear it? Does he like drops like random... How do you call that? Those little waves? The little ones that you get one in each arm? Does he just randomly like drops one of them when he's done exercise? What is he doing? No, it does sound like he drops like random stuff every now and then. Every now and then means like every 30 minutes. Yeah, the dumbbells. It sounds like he just like drops dumbbells or something. No, and the worst part is that he starts those sounds like every 30, every hour. Like since 7 p.m. and then he stops at like close to 1 in the morning, and then he starts again at like 4. I think I should just call. The thing is, last time that I sent a message to the administrator talking about that, by the way, he was really petty. And I think I made it worse because I ended up like multiplying my pettiness and like replying. He pretty much said, I think I've talked about this before, right? He pretty much said, well, you have a dog. He pretty much said like, your dog is loud, so you have like 0 right to complain about other people, so I'm not gonna do anything about like your complaint. He pretty much said that. I was like, my dog barks like sometimes in the afternoon. My dog... And I was telling you guys, like, you guys know how Mimi is because I stream at night. Have you heard Mimi barks yet? No, she doesn't bark at night at all. She doesn't bark like super early in the mornings either. She does bark here and there in the afternoons. I mean, we do have proof in my bot. But at night, she does not like that at night. This guy starts at like 6, ends up at like 1 in the morning, and then starts again at like 4 in the morning. I think if you use dumbbells for exercising, if people just use them normally and puts them on the floor, they don't sound. But this guy, he makes me think that he just drops them. That's how it feels. That's how you feel the sound, because it makes the vibration is so loud that I actually feel it on my chair as well. That's how loud it must have been. And the thing is, the vibrations, I feel them like on my butt, like on the floor, but I feel the sound up. So that's why it confuses me. I don't know if the dude is like doing that. I don't know if it's my neighbor upstairs or downstairs. I don't know. The sound makes me like tilt my head up, but then I feel the vibration in my butt. So I don't know. You hear the sound above? Yeah, I think so. I think so, because every time that I hear the sound, my head tends to go like, huh? Instead of being like, what the fuck, you know? I think it might be up, if it's by the sound. The walls are thin. No, that's the worst part. I moved in here because it's an old construction. Old construction tends to have thicker walls than modern ones, the ones that we have right now, right? And I like that because I'm a streamer and I yell. And I liked having thick walls. So it surprises me, because imagine how loud does it have to be for you guys to be able to hear it even with my noise canceling sound? Like, it really does sound like from my perspective. Can you imagine how loud it should be in like their apartment for me to feel it that way? Yes, my walls are so thick and they're made of like cement that that's why I like barely have anything like hanging up on my walls, because we have to use an industrial drill. My parents had to buy an industrial drill, and even with one, they had to like, it was too annoying. Like, you had to actually put like your whole body and your whole muscle on it, and it was too much for them. So we ended up using one of those that you can like paste on the walls and kind of like hand stuff instead of like actually drilling holes. That's how thick my walls are. If you use a drill, it's gonna melt, it's gonna burn, it's gonna get damaged. You have to get an industrial drill to do a hole in my walls. Yeah, the really old full-on concrete. Yes. Now imagine! That's why I get so pissed at my neighbor. What about the neighbors on the sides? I don't think I've ever had troubles with my neighbors on the sides. It's always been the renovation from my neighbor down below, and I think the neighbor upstairs is just the guy that like moves chairs without lifting them up. So he's like and like drops dumbbells at like 3 in the morning. Oh wow, it's 3 in the morning. Those are the two neighbors, and I haven't had, ever since my neighbor from the floor down below stopped his renovation like a little bit over a year ago, I haven't had troubles. See the hammer guy? Not sure. I know that there were other people that were doing renovations that were upstairs, but the renovations didn't. I don't know. Actually, I don't know anymore. Because I was about to say renovations didn't feel like they were right above me, but sometimes they did. But this sound, the dropping dumbbell sound, it does sound like literally right above me. Like, instead of them making a studio like me in this floor, it feels like they made like maybe like a mini gym or something. Every 30 minutes. Well, I cannot say every 30 because I'm not actually calculating it, but it feels like every 30 because how like like you just experienced right now. It's just like one loud pow, and then it stops. And then you give it maybe like a couple of hours or a couple of minutes, and then you hear another like pow, and you're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, but it is consistent enough for me to like say like between 7 in the morning until like 7 p.m. until like midnight. You know what I mean? Oh, convent Sal? Like, we can issue the guy. Oh, like yeah, how would I say that in Spanish? El manual de convivencia, like how do I say that in English? It's like a rule that everybody has to follow, right? Whenever you live in like a tower of apartments or like in like a closed space for houses, right? Yeah, we do have one of those, but that's the thing. I didn't use it because I sent an email to the administrator because I kept on calling the front man to do something about it. Send like I don't know, another front man to like call them, like knock on their door and be like, hey, you've been receiving noise complaints. And I was calling them so much, but they didn't do anything. So I sent an email to the administrator, the one that like owns, like I own my apartment, but I low-key don't understand this adult part. This part of like the adult life. I own my apartment, but the guy that like owns the whole thing? Question mark. I'm not sure how that works. He's what we call the administrator. He doesn't live here. And that's when he was like, well, your dog also barks. So, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, huh? Question mark? That's what he pretty much said. Not like in that direct way, but that's what he pretty much said, like indirectly, in a really petty way. So at this point, I feel I should just start annoying the front man until they hate me. Calling them like every day. Hello, he's being loud. Hello, good morning, he's being loud again. Hello, yeah, he's loud again. Can you send somebody? Yeah, hello. Maybe I should just annoy the fuck out of everybody. How come I haven't found this cat? Wild, it's just 2. Congratulations, you compare yourself with a dog and the dog is less annoying than you. Low-key, but every time that I have to deal with the administrator, my dad, Lay Papa, is always like over my shoulders, like checking the emails that I send because he knows I'm an emotional everything. And he said that this is one of the situations where he doesn't want me to be like emotional. Because they will make your life annoying. They will make your life impossible, sort of thing. So I don't send a single email to them without Ray Papa checking for any emotional outbursts, any slight pettiness, any slight passive aggressiveness, because I do that a lot. I do that a lot. That's my university's fault, Loki. I got a master's in passive aggressiveness, civil passive aggressiveness in emails. Your group projects? Yeah. No, but also certain teachers. I think picking up a fight in uni with teachers is not the brightest idea either, but I would do it. Because I had enough high grades for me to feel petty. Never do it though. Never do it. If I ever have kids, and one lesson that I could give them is probably that. Don't pick fights with university teachers. But I would do it. I would totally do it. I did it, but If anything, we have animosity over exactly. No, I say it because after when I became a university teacher, like like I will fail you. I know that's high-key illegal, but there's so many ways to fail you in legal ways. You know what I mean? Like, I will fail you. Like, I will make you fail. And your whole class is gonna suffer because of you. I'm that kind of teacher, not gonna lie. I wish I wasn't, but we've already talked about this. Nobody disrespects me in my classroom. I already get disrespected by the government with like low pay grades. You think I'm gonna let you shitty ass disrespect my ass? I'm gonna do an exam so fucking hard that everybody's gonna fail because of you. Congrats. You just fucked yourself and your entire class. Here, have your exam. Sounds like I've done it before. It sounds like I've done it before. Yeah, make an exam that is so fucking difficult to pass that only like 2 students out of like 30 are gonna pass. Loki. Shit, I got one of those in uni. I passed like barely. It was one of the, I think it was because of that actually. It was because of that class that I was never able to pick up my GPA. I graduated with a GPA of 4.7 out of 5 and I was so pissed. I remember right now I'm like, what were you crying about? When you become like an adult, you're like, what the fuck? But I remember when I graduated, I was so pissed off because I had like a 4.9 out of 5. And then when I went down to 4.7, I was never able to pick it up. Because I was already, it's really, that's why I always, my recommendation is to always start your major with like a high GPA. Because after that, that's when shit gets hard. And it's really difficult to pick up your GPA. At that point, it's just like, try to lose the least amount of points that you can get as you go. I was never able to pick it up. And I think that was like in my fifth semester or something. Never. It didn't matter how good I would do, it would still be in 4.7. Whatever. Which class was it? It was... It was French grammar too. It wasn't because it was hard, it was because of the teacher. It was French grammar too. He gave me a 5 pages exam with like side to side 5 pages exam. What you would have to do in those exams is, if you cannot answer immediately, if you know you cannot answer immediately, skip it. I think that's I remember I failed the first test because I would get stuck in a question and I would try to solve it, and then I would solve it. But then after I learned his modus operandi, in the final one I just ended up like flipping, answering, flipping, answering, flipping, answering, even though I would even leave like entire pages without solving anything. Because that was the only way of passing it. I don't think I ever met somebody that actually fully answered everything in that exam. I don't think anybody could ever like actually finish the whole thing. I had to learn it the bad way. Gosh, he almost made me fail. I think I passed that with like a... Not because I didn't know, but because his exams were like, what the fuck? And also there were some that were so weird. I've... Up until this day, I don't even think I've heard Zally or any of my other French friends ever use those kind of weird-ass tempos. The weirdest way of using some weird-ass old tempos in French that nobody could ever use before, but he put them in the exam. And we were like, what the fuck? What is this? He was the one that would make us find mistakes in La Sorbonne. La Sorbonne. He would like grab random sentences from like the dictionary of like La Sorbonne, and he'll be like, there's a mistake in here, where is it? And you're like, what the fuck? He was wild. Bro thinks he's a shit. Yeah, he's an old man. He's an old man that was married to my other teacher. She was the one that, oh my god, I actually love that teacher, but both of them were really strict. What was the other teacher? Phonologia? What is it? I don't know how to say that in English. Let me translate. She was the one in charge of like the first classes in French major that has to do with like phonologia. Don't tell me it's like something stupid as phonology or something like that. Oh, it is phonology. Did you start history? Yes, I did. Full with the PHO phonology. You ever tried tutoring lower grade students for extra GPA? They don't give extra GPA for tutoring. What the fuck? Why is that gonna give you an extra GPA? It doesn't work that way in my public ass university. Why would they give you extra GPA, huh? I think that's the way that they think. Like, why would you think you gain extra GPA? I think people did that for money though. That was like a part-time job, but they wouldn't give extra GPA. It was a thing my prof did. That was probably to like not give you much money. So he would trade money for like GPA probably. I'm gonna cheat. Wait. Don't tell me. I picked it, but I have no clue. I just clicked it, but I have no clue where that was. Do you see it? Because I didn't. No way. No way. Oh my god, that one was pretty good hidden. This one was kind of bullshit. This one was pretty good hidden. Not gonna lie. Now what? Now what? Damn it. Oh wait, we haven't done this one. Oh my god, I spent so much time. I thought I had already finished the game. Yeah, there was one more. This one is so pretty, so colorful. So cute. Let's start from above. I was doing some work about computing and I had to study something with linguistics too. Really? How does that work? Pero this is Mexico. What the fuck? It says Aztec cats. Pero. Wait. I describe languages and grammars like... Oh, I don't know what that is. I don't think I ever had to work with somebody from computing. But I can see how. I can see how it would end up like linking them together though. I think the only person from like another career, another major that I had to work with at some point was like somebody from like psychology. And at that point, when we were not like... We didn't know how traumatized we actually were. Everybody would just like laugh at like psychology students like, psychology. Let me guess, you couldn't make it to medicine. It was that kind of like really rude, petty ass comments. And then when we all grow up, we're like, hello again, it is me. I come back with my trauma. How much do you charge? I deeply need a psychologist. It is me again. I hope you don't remember my comments. But by the way, I never said those kind of comments. But they were really normal to like hear people making fun of psychology students. Why? I don't know. I guess people never really took mental health and the whole psychology seriously. I think that might be why they make fun of them. It's just like being a humanities student, you know? But we kind of just like embrace it. And also because sometimes the jokes even come from like within. You know what I mean? You want to be a humanities student? Heck yeah, I love starvation. You know what I mean? Heck yeah, I love not getting paid. You know what? I thought this was a cat. Oh, there you go. Major is kind of a default like communications for people who don't know what to study. I wouldn't say like that. I think psychology is like really needed. It's just that there's so many people out there that feel like they hate psychology, so they pick up like whatever, like freaking school psychologist, the most useless person in earth. Like, I'm talking out of bias and out of like personal experience. I've never met an actual useful school psychologist ever. I feel those kind of people are the same that like school nurse. You know, when you graduate as a nurse, but instead of going to the hospitals to become like a head nurse, you just end up in like school, just like hating your job and hating your major. Do you want tea? I think that's what old school nurses do. I just broke my leg. Let me make you some tea, because that's low-key all they can do. I want to make you some nice herbal tea for that. And you're like, what the f... Ma'am. I'm dying here. Ma'am, what are you saying? I'm dying. School counselors are normally not psychology. What? Then what do you need to be? To be a school what do you need to be? Do they just give that job to anybody? Yeah, we're kind of like full with like our math spots, so you cannot be a math teacher. How about you be a counselor? I thought they would have at least to be psychologists. What the fuck? Is that what they're so useless? The disrespect? Yeah, we don't need another sport teacher. How about be a counselor? What the hell? The mere disrespect to everybody at this point, honestly. Yeah, exactly. The PE teachers. I like Coach Reimu? Hell no, I'm never gonna work in a school. I think the only places where I would genuinely work would be uni or kindergarten. Because kindergarten is easy enough. And uni is easy enough. Uni, you don't have the stress of high school. And kindergartens actually do pay decently, you know? You might point and laugh at like kindergarten teachers, but I have so much respect to them. Like for them. Because one, dealing with children is also exhausting, but it's kind of cute. But also, from when I was looking for a job, the kindergarten position would actually be one of the positions that would pay you the most. I think the normal one would be like uni, and then maybe some kind of like private schools. The weird ass embassy job, and then kindergartens. I think the ones that pay the worst at schools. How's your elementary teaching? Well, I only did practices with elementary kids, but I actually never worked there. I think my only work that I've done has been at uni levels, and the casual like private teaching. But that was before I graduated. I feel everybody does the about to graduate teacher kind of job. That's how I met my French teacher. My French teacher was also about to graduate from my same university. He was teaching me French when I was in school. I ended up going to that uni because of him, but also I remember the French from my high school was so fucking like It was so low level. I remember we stayed at Passé Composé for like 4 years in a row. And I was like, why do they still see? It was like 6th grade, Passé Composé. 7th grade, Passé Composé. 8th grade, Passé Composé. And I was like, how many years do you need to learn Passé Composé? At that point, I was like learning how to swear in French. That was the last class that my French teacher gave me how to swear. He was like, I have nothing else to teach you. Up until when I was about to graduate, they got another teacher for French. She finally leveled she finally leveled up the teachings, the classes, and she would be so attentive to the point that she would make like an activity for the whole classroom, and then she would make it like an activity personally for me. Which, like, I would never do it because that's so much job. Like, as a teacher, it's not like they're paying her extra for doing that. It was just because she wanted it. She was a really nice teacher. So she actually started teaching me stuff that I would later see in uni, like the phonetic writings. Like, she would start to get me used to, like, you know how in Wikipedia or whatever, when you look at a dictionary, they have in brackets how you're supposed to, like, pronounce a word. She started teaching me that, which is like class number 1 from like first semester of phonetics. And I was like, oh wow. She told me where she had graduated from, and it was like the same uni as my private teacher. And I was like, okay. And also, my whole family graduated from that uni. Almost like 99% of my family. And I was like, okay, we're going there then. We're going there. You still remember how to do phonetics? Of course! I still remember that. Like French, I majored in French, but I know English from school and my dad. But my major is French, yes. Well, French and Spanish. We're cursed with number 2. But I feel the second maps are always easier than the first ones, though. Oh, hi, Reimu! Ah. What did I say? No, what do I do now? I should ask Mani-san to like give me perms for every single one of these games. Let me look. I think they're gonna say yes to everything. But I haven't asked for I'm just probably gonna send Mani-san the entire list of like 100 100 of cats or whatever, so I can get a yes, like an official yes for like the rest of them. Because we haven't done any of this, right? It's let me zoom it up for you. We've done Christmas. I've done Christmas. I think we've done like New Year cats. These ones are like what? It says, which one is this? 100 what? Can you guys read that? Dubai. 100 Dubai cats, 100 zombie cats, 100 Cyprus, 100 dogs. What? There's 100 dogs? I want to get that one. 100 and what does it say? Belgium? No. Wait, Belgium? I think it is Belgium. You did Korea cats? I don't think I ever did Korea cats. Have I done Korean cats? Oh, Berlin. Belgium. I apologize. I apologize. I did Korea. What? Africa cats. What does it say here? I cannot read. Los Angeles? Does it say Los Angeles? What does it say here? Because I read Ariana, but it cannot be Ariana with like a double N. What is this? I did Ariana cats. Oh, Sri Lanka. It does look like Ariana. I need my glasses. It looks like Ariana with double N. I can't. 100 in Singapore? 100 in Singapore cats. 100 in we should do the Miami cat. It's because they kind of move, they kind of wiggle. It's really hard. We did this 100 C cats, Italy cats. We need to do the Italy cats. 100 Greece cats. We need to do the Greece cats. 100 India cats, Aztec. We did that one. Indonesia. Thailand. Fantasy cats, China. Paris, London, crime, forest, and pirate. Oh, they don't have the Korea cats here. 100 Hidden Dogs is the name of the game. Oh my lord, let me Google it. I love these games. They're really nice to talk with. Like, I love them so much. We get to talk about so much shit when we're doing them, and they're just really nice. It's like doing like freaking letter soup, sopa de letras, when you just like serving tea to your family. Oh, it's from like a different kind of like it's like from a different kind of like game develop stuff. They're really similar to this kind of games, if not the copy of this one, but it's owned by a different dev. So I'm gonna put it in my list. I love dogs. Yeah, different games, but look-y same. Let me log in. The vampire gorilla? I know! Vampire gorilla, the normal vampires, then my piano history, then like what's your major chat? What? Yeah, what's your yoni trauma chat? Yeah. It's so nice. Wait, where's my code? Sometimes for some reason my Steam locks me out. Okay. Sorry, I'm checking out Steam right now. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, it's the same, but like each cat, instead of disappearing, they just like turn red. They turn colored. Oh my lord, I love this. I want this game. Add to your wish list. Kia! Kiki, thank you so much for the sofa! It's got a sketch for art I commissioned. The artist made you look so cool, by the way. Do you have any plans on playing another Kirby anytime? Let me actually check. Let's move out of here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me check. I'm not sure. Nothing comes up to mind, so I have to open my super long-ass list of games and search Kirby to see if there's any other game that I have in my my 700 games that I want to play. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. I need to delete that. We already got it. Delete it. I have Kirby Superstars. I didn't know that I had Kirby Superstars. I have Kirby Superstars in the list. I don't have any other Kirby game. Kirby Superstars. Oh my god, this one is so old. It's so cute. What? I want to play Kirby. Now I understand why I put Kirby Superstars in my list. I just googled it and it's so damn cute. That's the only other Kirby game that I have in my list. How many games do I have right now? I think it's been a long time since I've shown you my update. It's been... I bet I should probably check the whole games, because recently when I was trying to decide which games I was gonna play, I looked at my wish list on Steam and I ended up deleting out a couple of them because I was not interested in them anymore. So I'm pretty sure I should probably go over my list at some point and kind of like filter it again, because I did this list more than 4 years ago. I started this list when I finally got accepted to Niji, so I started compiling it all the way from there before I even debuted it. Yeah, I should probably revise it. I'm pretty sure there must be a couple games that I'm not like, I look at them anymore and I'm like, eh, and then I delete them. No, right now I said it because I want to check what the total amount is, and the total amount is at 565. Currently 565 games. Yes. 550. What? How many? 565 games that I have on my Windows list of my Microsoft document. list. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's a single sports game in there. I've never been a FIFA. That's what we call them in Spanish. I've never been a FIFA. I don't think I'm ever gonna play like FIFA in like similar games. I don't think there's a single one in the list. FIFA? Yeah, that's what we call them in Spanish, the people that play FIFA, especially like hetero men. What kind of men is it? It's from FIFA. And you're like, ah! They just say like, he's a FIFA. And we know exactly what they're talking about. We're like, oh, okay. It's so weird. Where did that come from? I wonder where did that come from in like, culturally speaking, in Latin America. I know that it's like this generation like slang stuff. Is it a meme? I don't know. Not even FIFA. It changed to FIFA. For me, when I was little, I also thought it was like FIFAs, but then I spoke with my gay friend, a strong gay, gay friend of mine. And that's where I learned that it developed into FIFA. FIFA. And I was like, okay. He's the one, my gay friend with double G. He's also the one that explained the lore. I still low-key don't understand, not gonna lie. Like, if you ask me to retell you the lore, I probably won't be able to. He's the one that explained the lore behind Potaxio. And I was like, what even is Potaxia? I don't understand. So he had to like show me the memes and like the TikToks, and then he had to explain to me like the lore. And I was like, there's a lot behind that. Yeah. He was like, yeah, it's a gay thing. And I was like, I'm gay. And he was like, well, you kind of half gay. And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? And he was like, I said what I said. I swear to God. The bisexual hate that I get and I've normalized, I swear to God. What is half gay? He means I'm bi. He's just saying that I'm bi, so I'm half gay. Whatever the fuck that means. The bisexual hatred that I've received in my entire life, I swear to God. Yeah, the bi erasure, I swear to God. That's like derogatory. But it's fine. He's my friend, so I don't care. If anybody else would like low-key tell me, I would unironically get pissed, but I wouldn't show that either because it's kind of lame. But hey. LGBTQ is wild. How dare you? They're the Bummer Patch too. The football players wearing with penguins and dinosaurs fantasy mode. What in the only time that I would ever play football? Give me the dinosaur onesie. Give me the dinosaur onesie now. Kiki, thank you so much for the super. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is still possibly my favorite because nostalgia. I had an idea for a cute Kirby themed Momo art, so I hope you play more Kirby. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. But hey, I've been this close, chat. I'm gonna be fully honest with you. I'm gonna disclose it to you. I've been this close to starting Expedition 33, not because I actually like it, but because people around my circles have been so fucking annoying with that game, including you. Like, my close friend in the Spanish community, my close friend in the English community, you. I also saw Jorge, the creator of Epic, the musical, name that game, and I was like, why is everybody stop? I have like zero interest in playing that game, but everybody around me keeps on telling me. So I'm like, should I just try it? But then again, I was like, I don't want to buy a really expensive game just to try it one time because I don't see the appeal. I'm gonna be fully honest. I love the music though. From the little snippets that I heard, the music was great. But something about, I don't know if it was something about the visuals or something about the battle. Even though I love, you guys know that I love what is it? Turn-based RPGs. Like, you guys know that I like them. Like, that is, I know that turn-based RPGs is a huge turn-up for a lot of people. For me, it's a turn-on. Something, I don't know why. Which game? Expedition. No, but yeah, when my friends keep on telling me, it's like the story's fucking amazing. I feel like just because my friends are like overhyping it, I might end up hating it even more. And I don't want it to be that way, cause like what the hell? That's like buying a membership for a VTuber you hate. And like you hate watch. Hello? Yeah, everybody around me saying it's good, and my friends are like, play it. And I'm like, stop! Man, you trust your phantoms? I don't. There's been a couple of hits and misses in the roulettes, I'm not gonna lie. Let's be honest here. DMV, welcome to the Phantom family. Why would you buy a membership just when I say what about my hate watchers that buy hate membership? Incredible timing right there, not gonna lie. Kinky, thank you so much for the super. Green Man Gaming currently. Who is Green Man Gaming? Wait, I'm not enough of a gamer to understand that. What does that mean? Well, now before buying any games, I am going to one of those sites that tell you if there's a disc. By the way, those are totally legal. I'm just saying that they show you in which platform they have like the biggest discount. After, you know, after becoming an adult and struggling a little bit with my economics, I finally learned to only do groceries once every week, just to like not overbuy. And check the sites where they tell you if they have a discount on Steam, so you can buy them on discount. Here's a game that I think you may like. It's an indie horror. We Are Closed. Haven't you guys told me about that one before? Is it the one with the cat? Let me see. Sorry, we're closed. Oh, never mind. Why is it Loki look bad? The one, sorry, we're closed? It says overwhelmingly positive though. The Loki looks bad. Like this ain't my style, I'm gonna be fully honest with you. But hey. Yeah, it has like Kusoge visuals. But it says overwhelmingly positive though. Maybe we should do a Steam sale stream? No, I don't wanna feel pressured into buying stuff. I'm not that economically comfortable to the point that I do streams buying shit. When I get there, I'll tell you, and you'll probably know, because you're probably gonna be like, oh wow, I sent 5 akasupas in the last 2 days. We're not going to pressure you, maybe? That's exactly why I haven't done those kind of stuff yet. It would have pressured me to buy like Expedition 33 or something. Maybe, oh my god, I think the one thing that slightly annoys me with that game, by the way, it has nothing to do that tells you if a game is bad or good. Have you noticed how the game is like the visuals are slow, like slightly realistic, but not really? They keep like still some kind of like comic-ish visuals. I don't know why it annoys me so much that it's like semi-realistic, but the heads are bigger, are big enough for you to notice it's like certain like comic-ish. It annoys me. That annoys me. I don't know why. I find it slightly ugly. So I'm trying to look past that, because the monster design, like the enemies they fight, it looks really nice. The music is amazing. I don't know anything about the story, but my friends keep on telling me it's really cool. There's something though. I wish I knew what that was, because Loki has everything that I like in games. It's an RPG. It's a turn-based RPG. The monsters look kind of cool. What game? Oh, Expedition 33. I don't know why. There's something that I still haven't figured out. Is the one that keeps like my attention like just not there. Well, I have heard about Shin Megami Tensei. Have been having fun with that one. Yeah, everybody except me apparently has been having fun with Expedition 33. And I feel once when I finally give up and give it a try, nobody's gonna want to watch it anymore. So I'm like, maybe later. The MC's your type? I already saw him. He's not. You're talking about the guy with like the brown hair and the beard? He's not my type. At all. It's been described as turn-based Dark Souls. You know what does call my attention a little bit? Like, not my attention, but like my curiosity is like the fight system in the way that, well, the turn-based is not the aspect that interests me, even though I like it. It's the fact that you have to like time the attacks. Like they gave you like a time attacks, and I don't understand the whole like parrying mechanism, because apparently you can parry and counter attack, and I'm like, I wonder how they put it in like in a turn-based stuff. I just, yeah, I was wondering like how does that work, like in a more of like a gameplay wise. I was like, how did they put that in a turn-based kind of battle? That's so weird, but I'm interested in that. The only thing I really know about Expedition 33 is apparently Ben Star. I know, that's why you guys told me to play it. You're like, but Ben Star is in it! And I was like, oh. 20 minutes fight. Yeah, you guys are like, but do it for Ben Star! And I was like, oh. 20 minutes fight where you parry 150 attacks to kill something super under level just another day. Wait, really? Yeah, wow, that sounds like a really harsh view on Expedition 33. But my guess is like you already tried playing it. Like an actual parry system? Yes, they apparently have a parry and a counter attack system in a turn-based RPG. But like it's like a manual thing. Not like something you can put in the character. You kind of like cross your fingers, like what happens with Cloud, like taking damage for everybody else. So I was wondering how that even worked. Q to dodge, E to parry. Dodges have a bigger window, but parries lets you counter attack. So once it's like the enemy's turn, you just have to like time it. That's it. Click it on time, even though it's not your turn. Can they do the same thing then on us? You can beat everything super low level if you parry and dodge everything. Oh. Basically, I see. I've always wondered, do I like RPGs or do I just like Final Fantasy? That's the thing, because I haven't played enough to actually reply. Maybe like the only thing that I can think about to like compare them is like, what are the difference between Final Fantasy 7 and Expedition 33 when we compare them both as both are turn-based RPGs? Because it's not like I have tried other turn-based RPGs that I can call myself like, I love RPGs when I've only been playing Final Fantasy 7 for 2 years in a row. that's my RPG. That's my RPG and turn-based RPG experience. It's just been Final Fantasy 7 for 2 years. I don't think I've ever played... I did wanted to play Paper Mario, but it kind of... You know, it kind of went away. And I don't think I've ever been interested in Bug Fables. Sorry, Pio-chan. I leave that to Pio-chan. How's your withdrawal with Final Fantasy 7? Pretty bad. I've been going into my Reimu Endou account. Because my Reimu Endou account is literally just Final... Not even kidding, just. With the occasional friend tweet, just Final Fantasy 7 TL. So I've been liking everything like crazy. I haven't been retweeting because I get shy that my whole like feed is gonna become like my whole profile is just gonna become Final Fantasy 7. But I've been liking stuff like crazy. Like that one person that replied to me in one of my Banana Fish tweets about this Banana Fish Japanese artist that does AD and Ash art. and I ended up following them in my Reimu Endou account, and I ended up liking every single art they have ever since 2022. I kind of feel sorry for spamming their notice. I'm pretty sure that their notives, they probably either hate me or they think I'm weird. But their notives must have gone wild because I literally liked every single piece since 2022 up until last month, 2025. I am so sorry. I just loved your art. They only post banana fish art. Everything was so beautiful. If your account is locked, my account is not locked. My account is not locked. I'm not shameful enough to lock my account. I tell you, now you're getting Final Fantasy fan art on our feeds. You are so welcome for that. I've just been going by just because of my TL. The thing is, because of my TL, I also become really impatient because I have SAKURA art. That was the whole point of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That was really the whole point. So I'm like, likes. Sometimes I question myself why I'm watching VTubers since the majority of the games I play were just gacha. There's gacha VTubers out there. The question is, why are you watching me? I mean, I fully welcome to the Phantom family, by the way. Because if you're looking for gachas, even in Ian, there's a couple of people that love gachas. The question is, thanks, by the way. Don't go away. I love you. You may stay here. If anything, you are going to stay here. The question is, why me though? If it's gacha, why me? I've never in my life. The only time that I watched gacha, that I did watch gacha, was when you guys forced me with the roulette. And I noticed there were so many other people that I've never seen in chat. They just came to watch me. Well, not me. They just came to watch the gacha. So I was like, oh my lord, gachas are kind of popular. Kind of just hate myself. I should have just done gacha streams, man. I should have just done gacha, chat. We went for the unpopular Dark Souls. Nobody likes watching, like, Souls games. Why am I streaming Souls games? Fuck, we should have just gone the gacha route. It would attract some weirdos. Yeah, now we get the soul weirdos. What's the goddamn difference? What do you mean attract some weirdos? We're playing Souls games, for fuck's sake. I'm looking at you. I'm a Souls weird, exactly. She got a point though, exactly. Gacha people is worse. Nah, I think it's just you projecting. You have to ask the gacha people and they're probably gonna say like, oh my god, no, that's why nobody streams Souls games, because the Souls games fans are weird as fuck. Like, they annoy the streamers so much. Like, have you seen them backseating? Are they lying? Are they lying? I think both of the comments that each of you throw at like the other party, I think both of you are correct. They're not lying, chat. All I know about both is, do you want backseaters or gooners? Well, aren't there gooners in both communities? You may never stop horny. Like me myself, I'm a Final Fantasy VII gooner. I should never use that word with myself. I hate that word. I just hate how it sounds. I feel we exist. I should stop. I feel horny exists in every kind of community, and I will never shame it. Well, unless you're the weird Andy and Lele, you know what I mean. I think if we have to unify, I think we all gacha, Souls games, Final Fantasy VII, RPGs should all hold hands and unify against Andy and Lele. Andy and Lele gooners. I think those might probably be the worst of the worst. I think we can all unify against that specific. Yeah, I think they all have a common enemy. Those people exist. Do you look at my chat? I have played that game 3 times. But if you want a clear example, skip the 3 streams, go for my latest VOD. If you want to see, go to my latest Annie and Laylee VOD. Check the chat. Check the chat. You'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah. Sounds painfully bad. I hope that doesn't scare you away from this community. Sometimes when we choose certain games, we do get like not all the times is a bad chat, but sometimes we do get new people. A lot of new people that make other people think that the Phantomo community is like that. Hopefully, well, luckily it hasn't happened that many times though, so it's fine. The amount of banned people, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen my mods going so wild, banning left or right, like it happened in the latest Andy and Laylee. But it was, at first it was stressful, then I was really angry, then I was really sad, and then it just became comedy. I was just laughing. Yeah, at that point it just became like, just laugh it, just let all the feelings steam away out of your body while laughing. I think that's the most healthy coping mechanism. It's been a while since we saw a mod. It's because my mods are silent and also non-existent, but when every few full moons when they do decide to exist, you won't be seeing them either because they're silent. A couple of them do comment every now and then, every like a red moon, especially in my Spanish streams. But yeah, all most of them just lurk. I like it that way. Yeah, when they just decide to exist. Yeah, they're ninja mods. You choose a game? No, I don't really know. They're most friends. That's why I don't like saying that I have mods. I just have really good friends. So in the times where they have been like actively present have been because they actually reach out to me first. They're like, I'm gonna be there. And every time they say that, I get scared. One of those situations has been when they know I'm gonna be playing Annie and Laylee. They're there. Like, I feel like they know more than me, and they just notify me like I'll be there that day, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. Legend says that what? Legend says that Momo mods can ban you 5 times before you ever end the No, I think recently. Well, I remember. Well, apparently, I thought that I was becoming more strict, but then you guys told me that the Mumu from like a year or 2 years ago was like the harshest, and I've apparently I've become softer, even though I thought recently I became stronger. But recently, though, I feel people only get I think in chat you only get timed out once, and if you do the exact same weird thing that got you timed out, you're probably gonna get immediately banned. If you do another weird thing, like another weird rule-breaking attitude or comment, you're probably just gonna keep on getting timed out. But if it's the same exact one that got you timed out in the first place, I think that you're just gonna get banned. If it's like really bad, if it just like pisses me off and annoys me, like backseating, I just keep on like timing you. If it's like respectful but still annoying backseating, I'm probably just gonna keep on timing you out until you reach some kind of like 24-hour timeout or something like that. But if it's more of like actual serious weird ass behavior, like I'm just existing and then they just casually say one of the grossest, I think that's one of the turn-offs that I've discovered recently of myself. When I'm not being sexual in any way, I'm not say-so, by the way. I think you guys know that I'm not say-so. But when I'm just talking randomly, I don't know, I'm just talking about cheese. And then they just randomly start being like hypersexual with me, especially with me. Like, out of a sudden, that's like immediate ban. But that's only me specifically speaking, because that grosses me out. I think I've said that before. I think I can... Well, it is kind of weird. I think you're gonna get timed out though. If you start being like weirdly hypersexual all of a sudden, when we're not going to that direction with somebody else that's not me, I would get weirded out, but I don't think I would ban you. I think I feel the most uncomfortable when they just randomly drop some lewd ass shit on me when I'm talking about, like, I don't know, making a fucking sandwich or something. So I'm like, you know. I've discovered that recently. I thought I was fine with it. If you asked me that the first years that I've been here, I would have probably said like, I don't know. But right now I'm like, no. Feels so weird. I kind of feel grossed out. It's not even, I don't feel like a compliment. I feel grossed out. I'm gonna be fully honest with you. It's not even like weirded out or uncomfortable. I feel grossed out. Deeply grossed out. I hate it. You were fine with it for 3 years? The thing is, it's not like I had a chat that was like that for 3 years to the point that you just say like you were fine with it. You guys haven't been like that. Or at least I don't remember you guys acting like that. What kind of sandwich? Stop it. What some fuckboys would probably say? No, not like that. There's some jokes that people make that, but I know there is jokes because they're trying to be lame for a reason. Like hello baby girl. Then you're like, shut the fuck up. And then you gotta just like laugh it off. I'm talking about the most, I don't know, more or like the fuckboy like intentional lame joke. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm talking about the actual gross ones. The ones that are like more like NSFW. When I don't know, I'm talking about, oh my god, Phantomos. I'm here having the nicest day ever here snuggling with Mimi. And then a random ass graphic not safe for work comment directed towards me gets into chat and I'm like, ew. like unironically 100% serious. Ew. You know, I'm like, what the? Ew. No. Gross, exactly. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, I think I saw one comment like asking me, like, I do tend to say saucy comments here and there. And I was like, yeah, that doesn't give you the right though. Why are you such a weirdo? Oof, a little bit of like that weird like reality just hit me. I was like, what do you even mean by that? Just because I'm saying that I want to get rammed by Sephiroth. I didn't need to put that much intention. By Sephiroth doesn't give you the right to be weak. Are you Sephiroth? No, then stay the fuck away. I was like, are you Sephiroth? Okay, then stay away. I'm not talking about you. You know, that's the kind of comment that I throw here and there. I can just see a phantom randomly singing like going down the stairs. Oh my god, that would be so lame. You might as well put it in the description. I don't want to because I thought that was like common sense. The whole like be respectful and don't be weird. I think the whole thing of like that includes like don't sexually harass anybody, me or anybody in chat. Question mark. But some collabs talk don't reach that point. Well, I'm not talking about collabs because they're my friends. They can, I mean, even if they cross their own boundaries with me, which has happened, like I can count with like less than half of my hand, one of my hands. I will tell them, but the thing is, they're my friends. They have certain rights to like, well, not violate, but a friend, you can extend your limits a little bit further when you're with friends, and they have the right. Just because they're my friends. But it doesn't mean that because they're my friends, it means that people in chat can do it. You know what I mean? Just because you saw somebody that I'm close with in EN, you know, do something doesn't mean that you also can do it. See. I mean, yes. Thing is, Momo, chronically online arenas don't know social cues. Yeah, but that's why we have bands. It's nice to talk about that here and there. I've never seen it where your friends do that. Yeah, I've never seen it either, but I just, well, not specifically to this role because I would also find it weird. I think, no, you know what? Millie has done it, but not, she doesn't creep me out. We just know how Millie is. She's just like, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, not specifically with this role, but it's just generally. They're my friends. My friends are my friends still. Just because you see, yeah, Millie's Millie, we all know that. But just because Millie is that way, it doesn't mean that you can be Millie and act like Millie. No. I don't welcome that. You can do that all you want in your private. Like, just whenever, just, I don't want to see it. If you want to dream weird stuff with me, I mean, go ahead. I just don't want to see it. Who am I to stop you from dreaming shit? You know what I mean? I just don't want to see it. I feel whenever I say that, I give the impression that I'm like, I'm trying to be say-so. But no. It's just my limits when it comes down to sussiness. Because that will never stop me from saying the wildest shit whenever I see somebody from Final Fantasy on screen. Yeah, there are times where you, yeah. Sometimes it's not even like at me. That's not gonna get you banned though, but it does make me like raise like an eyebrow when it's like we're not talking anything saucy at all, but then a couple of people in chat just throw sussy stuff, and I'm like, I'm that one girlfriend that is like, I'm not in the mood. When you like start kissing your girlfriend, aka me, like on the shoulder and on the neck, and then your girlfriend, aka me, like, well, not punches you, but like separates you with like my feet, and you're like, I'm not in the mood. There's it feels like those kind of moments. I'm like, stop, I'm not in the mood. Can you think about, why is it that all you think about is sex? Stop it. Gross, you know? Not in the mood. Kinky, thank you so much for the super. I had a dream Reimu yelled at me for eating Cheerios. I hate Cheerios. Lord accurate, Reimu. Why would you eat Cheerios? If you're gonna eat like garbage, pick better garbage. Cheerios are bad. Not the Cheerios. Don't you find them gross? Well, it's like grandma food. Feels like you're eating carton. But kisses don't always mean sex. Well, I don't want them right now. I don't want them right now. I think that's the situation. Sometimes it happens. Can we just talk about food? Stop kissing me. Sort of. Kids mean having to surf. What? What? Why are we talking about kids all of a sudden? What the fuck? old Cheerios taste like styrofoam. I think I only had Cheerios one time when my grandma had it. That was it. I've never actually bought Cheerios for myself. I still only pick my one cereal, my one kids level cereal. I do either Milo, but currently I'm in my chocolate Rice Krispies era. I've been in my chocolate Rice Krispies era for a while now. I've been eating one of like my smallest bowls of crispy. It's maybe because I don't have any other like sugary stuff in my kitchen. So now I'm eating like Rice Krispies as like dessert. Can you get Cookie Crisp? What is that? Rice Krispie with choco. Yeah, the Choco Rice Krispies. Cookie. Cookie Crisp cereal. What is this? Sounds like something that I've eaten this before. Too sweet for me. I've eaten this before. I would low-key not even like eat them as cereal because they're too sweet. I would just eat them like mini cookies, like dry as they are. Not gonna lie. The ones with the elephant? No, they're just like mini chocolate chip cookies. I think the animal, the mascot for that is a wolf. It's just a normal wolf. I don't like them that much. No, Cheerios are not Cheetos. Cheerios is just like grandma looking basic cereal. They're like in the shape of an O, like small O's. And they're like brown. Have you tried Cheetos? Yes, it tastes like I don't know. It tastes like a weird flavored plastic. And the flavor lasts for 3 seconds and then you're just munching on plastic with like lots of air inside. I don't hate them. I would eat them if somebody would buy them for me, but I will never buy them. It tastes like I'm eating some kind of like inflated plastic with like flavor, like a real flavor for 3 seconds. The flavor doesn't even last like long enough before I like even like, what is it? Swallow them? That's how little the flavor lasts for. A Reese's Puff into a sweet category. What are Reese's Puffs? I like Reese. Reese's Puff, Reese's. Oh, I've actually never had Reese's Puff the cereal. I'm talking about just like the Reese, the little cups with like peanut butter and chocolate. I do get my sweet tooth calmed down with one singular Reese. One of them. 2 is too much for me. So I think a good dessert will be just like one, like a little one, like a small one. Not the gigantic American ones. I'm talking about the mini ones. The ones that are like the size of like slightly bigger than a coin, maybe. It's been a while since I've got Reese's. The thing is it Reese's or just Reese? I don't know how to. I never learned how to say it. The thing is, I bought them sporadically, maybe like 3 times in my entire life, because as much as I love it, I feel like I'm taking years off my life whenever I eat Reese. Or Reese's. As much as I like them, it feels like I'm taking years off. Years away. So that's why I personally, if I have to go for some kind of snack, I personally pick something else. Kitty, thank you so much for this so far. Speaking of Final Fantasy, have you seen their collab with Magic the Gathering? They did suck so dirty. What do you mean he can buff Cloud once he dies? Oh, fuck no. What the fuck? I call this buff deep-rooted trauma. That is pain. What the fuck? You like mango strawberry based sweets? I like strawberries, but I feel like whenever, and I like mango, but I feel mango works better though. I feel like whenever something is like strawberry flavor based, it becomes too artificial to the point that I don't like it anymore. I'm thinking about one of those like cheap truffles, cheap chocolates that are like, they're like filled with some kind of like strawberry jam or some kind of like strawberry gooey thing. It tastes so artificial that I don't like it anymore. That's why I'm a little bit slightly apprehensive when it comes down to like strawberries in like snacks. Cause it reminds me of like any like grape flavored stuff when it becomes like so artificial that it takes like cough medicine. It's kind of similar with strawberry. I have a complicated relationship. Even strawberry yogurt, yeah. I don't like flavored yogurt that much. I think the only flavored yogurt that I like is peach flavored yogurt, and I haven't bought it in like months now, just because I feel so sugary. So I'm becoming a boring adult. So sugary. But when I was a kid, I used to love the strawberry yogurt with like pieces of strawberry in it. But I feel if I drink it now, it feels wrong, because I know it's so unhealthy that it kind of just turns me off. But I am a hypocrite though. I talk about like not wanting to eat things because I feel they're not unhealthy, but then I eat hot dog and like I eat pizza, I eat the occasional burger, I eat the beautiful and perfect Korean fried chicken. I am definitely a hypocrite. Is there a peach one? Yes! The only yogurt that I had recently gotten, not anymore though, I haven't really gotten it anymore, just because I have a Greek yogurt. So it's so much better. Before I got really into Greek yogurt, I used to get peach yogurt. And it was really nice because I used to get one of those yogurts that would have like, obviously it's like 90% chemicals, but they actually did have like pieces of fruit. And it was really thick. I've always been into thick yogurt that's like almost spoonable. I used to get the peach one before. Yes. You Pizza Friday? No, I haven't recently been Pizza Friday. I haven't recently been recently. I haven't. More because of like one, saving money. Two, because I haven't been craving pizza. Usually when I'm not craving pizza, I trade Pizza Fridays for takeout of whatever else. And I've been doing Korean fried chicken. I've been craving Korean food. Yes, was it the day before yesterday? I don't remember. It was probably like last week even. I tried getting some Korean food because I was really, really craving it, and I saw this restaurant that had more than the usual like tteokbokki, like what are the other usual ones? There's like two others. Your usual like ramyeon. Like I'm not doing takeout of like ramen that you get in the companies. They had more, yeah, the bibimbap. They had more, like some other dishes that I've never seen before. So I was like, oh my god, this must be a restaurant that knows their shit. And then when I bought it, it was so, ugh. It was the kind of like food level that was like they use one of those cubes. Nandakke. Like chicken stock made into cubes. They throw one in water and that's their chicken. That's the soup. Like low quality food is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right? And that's the whole soup. And they just add like those are bad. I know. When I got that kind of level of Korean food, I even had to throw out one entire like dish because it was so. I was so disappointed. I was like, ugh. Yeah, the flavoring cubes of like chicken stock. Just imagine like water and maybe like 2 or maybe 1 chicken stock cube in there, and they just add like overcooked ramen noodles and like overcooked boiled egg, like sliced into like half. That kind of like level, and I'm like, I was so sad. I really thought that I was gonna get like real legitimate Korean food. I've been craving a lot of Korean food recently. I curse you. I did find, if anything, the only good positive thing that I've been happening recently in my like takeout life has been that one newly discovered Korean fried chicken place. Now I think I fully discarded KFC now. Whenever I want fried chicken, I just instantly go there. I also love their mocktail. Their berries mocktail. They put so much fruit in there. It's definitely not healthy because I can feel the sugar, but it goes. I will never buy sodas from me. I usually never tend to go for soda, but I'm pretty sure that mocktail has soda. and I still drink it because low-key it still tastes really nice. It's a nice combination with the chicken. Yeah, my friendship with KFC is so over. I am in a full committed relationship with that one Korean fried chicken restaurant now. I don't see any other kind of fried chicken restaurant replacing that anytime soon. For your healing. Thank you, Michael. What kind of healing? My economic healing? Thank you, I deeply do appreciate it. Did I say like carbonate it? It does, but not to the point that it annoys me. But I like mixing it with like the berries because the berries are really sour. So that helps me it helps keep up the sweet level down a little bit. I don't even think it's a Korean, like a local shop. I think it might be like, I don't know if they're a chain, but they must have more than one restaurant. It's just a small amount, I guess. I don't know how to make mocktails. Mocktails are probably just like water with a shit ton of like soda and like whatever else you want to put in there. What option do you get for chicken? You're making me dox myself, aren't you? Okay, let me open up Rappi. Let me look it up. They're probably closed already though. They have a shit ton of like options for sauces though. My god, what was her name? I keep forgetting their name. I found it in Rappi, yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the name, but they have so many sauces. Oh my god, what is their name? I forgot. No, I genuinely forgot. Give me a second. I'm trying to remember. I'm just scrolling down to see if I can find it. Was it? Oh, they're probably closed already. If I search for them... Oh yeah, they're closed. Pinkerton, thank you for the orange. Thank you. So for the next time you get a Korean... Nice. Craving, thank you. For now, I will save it though. I will save it because I already had dinner. I wasn't that hungry, so I ate one singular toast with like... with my magical canned tuna. By the way, I add more stuff to the tuna. Don't just think that I open the canned tuna and I just eat it straight. I put other stuff to make it yummy. But I literally just had one toast with like my tuna mixture on top, and it had a green tea, and that was all. I didn't know what else to have. I was like, I'm not hungry, but I should probably eat something, so I just did that in like 5 minutes. Do I use mayo? I used... The only reason why I have mustard in my kitchen is literally for that tuna mixture. I use... It's probably gonna be gross for you, chat, but that's one of my grandma's recipes. I put mustard, I put heavy cream, I put salt, I put a shit ton of cilantro. I put a shit ton, and by a shit ton, I mean a shit ton of cilantro. I mix that, and that's like the level 1, the lazy level. And I put that on my toast, or on my bread, or on my arepa. Smells very nasty. What? No, it just smells like... It smells like spicy tuna because of the mustard. I do eat cilantro and tuna, yes. So I put it in like a just recently toasted bread. Whenever I get fancy, I just put like... I just actually put it in a pan, and I put like garlic and onion and tomatoes and shit ton of cilantro and like 3 different kind of spices. But I was too lazy, so I just did the cold version. The cold version is a simple one. You can just mix everything in a bowl and you're done. Sandwich with cilantro too? Of course! Everything with cilantro is amazing. Might try tomorrow. Okay, do a two swirls of heavy cream and a one slight swirl with mustard, because mustard is really strong. It tends to it tends to kill the other flavors. So you might end up just tasting like tuna and mustard, and that's not the point. Add a shit ton of cilantro though. I think that's the key. Gonna try if cilantro still tastes like soap to me. I hope it doesn't, because you're missing out. You're missing out so much. I'm planning on doing kataplana soon. So I bought like 1 kilo. I wish I was joking. But how do I say this in English? Almeja. Well, mejillones. Clams. I literally bought like 1 kilograms of like clams. Because I'm literally gonna use the entire 1 kilo of clams in the pot. And I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna let that steam open them. How much kilo? Wait, what's the measurement that Americans use? I think you guys don't use kilo. Is it pounds? Is it pounds? What do Americans use? Pounds. Pounds, okay. Kilograms to pounds. I think 1 pound is like 100 kilograms. I'm not sure. 1 kilo. That's 2.2 pounds. That's 2.2 pounds of clams. I literally I throw the entire 2.2 pounds of clams into the pot. That's literally the last step. Nyam, 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 nyam. The whole 2.2 pounds for one dish. Yes, sir. I just get a really big pot and I put all the veggies and I drop all the 2.2 pounds of clams. Here, let me show you what kataplana is. It's one of the newly recipes that I learned, but I ended up loving so much. You eat all of them? Well, not all of them. That's to feed like at least 6 people. Kataplana is here. I think this one might be like the most accurate one. Kataplana is like a Portuguese dish that is literally, it's just seafood and vegetables. It's literally just that. That's why it's so healthy. Look at that. It has lots of clams. The soup is based on like tomato. Wait, let me look at my recipe. I'll tell you what it has inside. Okay, it has onion. It has, how do I say this? And I didn't even know how it was called. I low-key learned how to say this vegetable in both. Fennel! Oh my lord, chat, if you hate fennel, you're probably gonna hate this one because this one uses like a whole fennel. And you guys know how fennel strongly tastes like. What's the name again? Kataplana. Kataplana. We use fennel and we use chorizo. Well, I think in the actual real Portuguese recipe, they use like a really specific kind of sausage. I don't have it, so I just use chorizo Santa Rosano. I don't know if you have ever tasted like yeah, the good old like Spanish chorizo or like any chorizo that you find in Latin America. Chorizo Santa Rosano is so yummy. I think that one is like 10 punches of flavor in one sausage. Chorizo Santa Rosano is so fun. It's the only chorizo that we'll ever eat. It's so nice. Yeah, do they use like linguiça? I think they might use linguiça in something else. I haven't found linguiça here. So I just use chorizo Santa Rosa. Chorizo. Something with a really strong flavor. I think you can use whatever sausage you find, but it has to be the ones that are like a really strong packed flavorful one, because I feel that's like the one that low-key carries the entire flavorful like soup. So I use chorizo del bueno. What else? It has bell pepper. It has like gambas, like langostinos, like gigantic shrimps, not the little like frozen shrimps that you get and they look like the tiniest circle ever. I'm talking about the gigantic ones. You put like gigantic shrimps in there. Yes. You put paprika. You put a little bit of pepper flakes. Then you put tomato. I'm reading my recipe. You put tomato, like chopped tomatoes. That's why it's red. All of that is just tomato. And then And that's it. That's really all that it is. It's just like a really juicy stew of veggies with like shrimps, and then after that you just put the clams in there, and you leave it the last like 5 seconds for the steam to like open the clams. That's it, and you just eat it. You just normally eat it with like I like eating them with toast. I don't have crab. Oh my god, but it's so flavorful. I think the most important element here, I think the the three most important elements in for cataplana is 1 tomato, 2 fennel, 3 chorizo, or whatever sausage that you can find. That's really flavorful. Don't use a hot dog sausage. Don't use a random hot dog sausage. Use the heavy punch. The heavy punch sausage. Put it in there. Yeah. I think those are like the three ones that carry this one. Yeah, the real one. I'm gonna make this thing, and it's so easy, chat, because you just cut everything. It looks so yummy and sometimes so fancy, but it's so easy to make. I love easy to make recipes because you just chop everything, put them in a pan, open it again, throw more stuff, close it, open it again, throw the last stuff, close it, and then you just wait. You just go back to your computer and wait. Put an alarm and wait. I love those kind of recipes. So yummy, but it's so easy to make. I remember my aunt putting longanisa on it, and it's not that bad. Longanisa will work. I don't know, I'll have to look it up. I'm gonna look for potato dishes. Potato? I don't eat that much potato. I think I only eat them fried. Maybe the casual mashed potato. Oh, there's another way that I eat potatoes. I eat them in korokke. Japanese korokke? Japanese korokke is like 70% 70% potatoes. Like 20% meat, 10% onion. It's so yummy. Potatoes, boil and fry them, stick them in the stew. Yeah, and you cover that up in panko, and then you fry it up. Oh, it's really yummy. And then you put tonkatsu sauce on. Heck yeah. I love korokke. Every time that I do korokke, though, I do korokke for like 20 people, and then I freeze. I only do panko over the ones that I want to do for the day, and then I freeze the rest. So I have korokke for like 2 months. But it's really practical, because then you just take out the korokke from the whenever you want to eat it. You just take it out from the what is it? Refrigerator? I never say refrigerator. How do you call the part that freezes stuff? What's the part of the fridge that freezes stuff? The freezer. That's what happens when you know more than one language. This is exactly, you look dumb as fuck. Sometimes you ask one of the dumbest questions ever. But this is exactly what happens. This exact stuff happens in Spanish with me all the time. Sometimes, I think one time I asked Reimu Mama, like, how do I say tomato in Spanish? Tomate? I was like, I have it in the tip of my tongue. Tomato, tomato, tomato. And my mom was like, tomate? Vieja estúpida. Like, it happens so many times in my life. It's so annoying. Tomate, tomate, pendeja. And I'm like, sí, tomate. It's so embarrassing. Anyways, the freezer. Just take it out of the freezer, and then you put panko in it. I would take it out of the freezer and put it in the fridge a couple of hours before, just because I'm not a huge fan of frying frozen stuff. Because it gets a little bit more tricky to actually fry them and not actually fry them. And not have like a frozen middle inner part. And then you just panko it, and then you freeze. That's all you have to do. You just have to fry them. Don't change, Reimu. I want to change though. I want to be different, mom, please. Well, except frozen fries. happens when you know foreign language. You just become like 4x times stupid. That's what happened. My brain. Anyways, chat, I'm gonna leave it here. It's so nice! I feel like recently we haven't done a proper satsu. Even if I was playing cat stuff, it felt like we weren't even talking about a game. This game was just to keep my fingers like busy with something. It's been a while since we have satsu. We should do more of this. It's nice. I don't get nervous when doing satsu because I never know what to talk about next. But then when I do one, I end up talking about... I feel like I never run out of stuff to talk about. The timestamps are gonna be so funny. First timestamp. My trauma as a university student. Last timestamp. So I was doing karaoke this one time. They're so random. The one time that Reimu was asking chat how to say freezer. Oh my god, you're right. We did not talk about Ethyria this time. I consider that a miracle. Somewhere in the middle, you can add like the timestamp for like vampire gorillas. What the fuck? We did not talk about a megaverse either. Such a waste. It's because I haven't been reading anything new, and the ones that I just picked up, well, not picked up. The ones that I've been reading so far, they've only gotten like 2 chapters of new updates. I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty, and they barely give me water. I thought that I hadn't read those stuff in like over a month, and then when I checked, I was like, oh my god, there must be like so many new chapters. And then I checked like Alpha Trauma. I checked Black Light. I checked... Let me look at my tab. I checked something beast. I checked something serpent. I checked Swept Away. I have so many in my tabs. I checked Virtual Steel Under Silk. I checked my thingy. Oh my lord, what is that thingy that I'm reading a lot recently? Oh my god, I checked Reluctant Encounters. I checked, what else did I check? Those are the ones that I'm currently reading. I checked Tempest Night. That is not a BL though. It's the only hetero that I've been reading. I checked The Trapped Beast. All of this I am reading right now, and all of them have only gotten like 1 or 2 max chapters of yeah. I have checked an ad, and they've only gotten like max 2 chapters after it. I'm like, what do you mean? I am I don't know how else to explain what I'm feeling right now. I need more. I'm not getting enough. I need more. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave it here. I'll see you tomorrow for Split Fiction with Rio. Same time as today's Bloodborne. Thank you so much for being cool and chilling with me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Waiting room is up, but I will tweet in a sec. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. Love you. Good night. Because I haven't updated the sound. I have to do it manually now. I haven't recorded for the notif. Thank you for the Saka Super. Les con hi. Nani ga suki? You're so stupid. Nata. Why is that stuck in your head? Is it because of, I don't know, why is it that stuck in your head? Is it because of the ooh, oh. The last time I spoiled you lost was last year when I gifted you enough for a PlayStation 3. Oh my lord, I just noticed a number. I am so I got, wait a second, I freaked out. Not me. I ended up, I just want you to look at my face. I was like, the last time I spoiled you lots was when you gave me a PlayStation 3, and I was just like, I stopped for a second, I was like... What the... Thank you so much for the gigantic Akasupa, what the fuck? What the... it's just like the what is it, the cogwheel of like processing. So when you mention a Switch 2 on how other Ninja livers get to pre-order it, I feel inclined to get you one this year. I promise I'll save that for the Switch 2. I promise. I won't waste it on anything else. I promise I'll save it. The thing is here, I don't think I can actually pre-order it. So I'll save it for when I can actually order one. Because I don't think they do pre-orders over here. Promise me I'll get a Switch 2. I want to play Mario Kart World with you someday. I promise. I'll keep it in my Switch 2 don't touch. Thank you so much. No. I always buy from legal places. Don't worry. I just need to wait.